As you're eating your strawberry waffles, the country of Georgia continues to be in turmoil. Its mostly pro-Western population is standing up to its pro-Russian government's attempt to eliminate one more piece of Georgia's fragile democracy with its foreign influence law, which would require all media and NGOs that receive part of their income from abroad to register as foreign agents. This might sound familiar, as it's the same law Putin used back in 2012 to dismantle Russia's independent media. Understandably, it's on the page 5 of the How to Be a Modern Dictator self-help book, which I've heard is a massive success on the Western university campuses. As the people of Georgia fight for the direction of their country, the EU is doing what it does best, offering them empty words of support. And Russia is doing what it does best, publicly contemplating bombing them. Welcome to the last show where we bring you explosive news from a secret bunker in Eastern Europe before the world ends. For the moment, it seems that the protests have worked, as the Georgian government has pulled back from trying to ram through the foreign agents law. However, it's immediately going to counter-offensive, branding the protesters as liberal fascists, which, as fascists go, liberal fascists got to be the most annoying ones when they're trying to hunt down journalists in yoga pants and discriminating minorities, while making sure nobody misgenders them. But the situation is even worse, because liberal fascists are closely cooperating with Satanists funded by the US, which, fun fact, fascists and Satanists is the same coalition that stood behind the development of the McRib. The chair of the ruling Georgian Dream Party went even further and called the protests a liberal fascist campaign driven by LGBT propaganda. Yeah, rule of law, free speech and independent media. So goddamn gay. Who's even less impressed by the protests than the Georgian government is Russia. Because given the sanctions, totalitarian laws are currently among the last exports it still has. Russian state propagandist Margarita Simonyan actually went on television to call for a rocket strike on the Georgian capital Tbilisi, where the protests are taking place, cause that's gonna turn public opinion around. Sergei Lavrov, the Putin government's poster boy hippie, called the protests an attempt to change the government by force that looked very much like the Kyiv Maidan. Lavrov said the demonstrators were being orchestrated from abroad with the aim of creating irritants on Russia's borders. Yes, it's always orchestrated from abroad and always about Russia's borders. Never about the fact that those borders are so goddamn elastic. Many Georgians are rightfully afraid of a possible Russian invasion, which would be a bit of a flashback since Russia already invaded Georgia in 2008 and tore off parts of the country with the pretext of protecting the locals. So cliché. Mikhail Saakashvili, the man responsible for Georgia's westward leaning, growing its economy by 70% and tripling its per capita income between 2003 and 2013, is currently dying in Georgia's prison hospital. And the current de facto leader is a billionaire oligarch who owes everything to Russia. So Russia will probably give Georgia one more chance to come to its senses, stop protesting autocratic laws and this whole wanna join the EU and improve our living standards bullshit. What is it with these arrogant countries like Georgia, Ukraine or Moldova who dream of joining the West when they could come back to Russia and join its people in their dreams about things like indoor plumbing and uncontaminated tap water? They could have journalists with the death rate of gladiators, 20% alcoholism, a stagnant economy and a super cool, super low life expectancy. Because Russia's national motto is live fast and die young. So Georgia, Don't hesitate and get your seat at the Russian table. If you call now, you'll get a bonus of flying oligarchs, which we've explored in this video. And the rest of you, watch it as well and subscribe.